So hell no. I was doing these walks and it's great. How do you stay motivated to do stuff? A lot of us know what to do, but how do you stay motivated, man? How do you
It's
stay
only that.
motivated?
It's also with people. A lot of people don't. It's hard to get into meditation. Do meditation. A lot of people need to find themselves and know themselves. And when I say that is stress. I don't know what stress is. I don't hardly get stressed out. I just leave them be. Learn how to. Stress will be the number one killer. A lot of people stress out. People stress out about their work. People stress out about money. People stress out about life, all kind of stuff. And that's a silent killer, a slow, silent killer. When you stress, that means, your heart rate beats faster. You people have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff definitely is part of health as well. You know what I'm saying? You can eat right. I know people that been to the gym, go to the gym a lot. They'll probably go to the gym just to get rid of whatever they're dealing with. So they'll work it out, try to, get that stress off their mind. But a lot of stuff starts in your mind and your mental. So if your brain is already affected by many daily things and people and whatever's going on, you could eat the most healthiest food. You could work out, you could do all that stuff, but your mind is not right. I know a few people personally that go to the gym, they eat right, and they still die. I know some that died in the gym, and people like, damn, they was, doing, but what they got going on it was deteriorating everything else, their whole body. So it's a lot of different things. It ain't just food. It ain't just what you drink. Your lifestyle, whatever. It could be. It could start from the mental. Remember, mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? So if your mind is affected, it's going to affect your soul. It's going to affect your body.
Yeah, I like what you said about the meditation part of it, because I feel like that's a big. When I was doing yoga a lot, that was probably the best I felt. And I was doing yoga. I was just doing hot yoga, stretching, and it was different, man. It hit different. It was like a whole nother type of energy. Not only was I sweating a ton of toxins and stuff out of my body, but it was calming too. So I know it had to affect my, you know, stress levels and all of that stuff. It totally did, man. It totally did. So, I'll recommend yoga. That's one solution that I can speak on. I know there's probably others, but feel free if there are others that can help. Because it is about keep doing. You know what I mean? Um, you know, being consistent with whatever you like. But it's also about changing your habits. It's hard, man. Food's a drug. I'm just speaking out loud. I'm just keeping it real. Food is a drug, man. At least for me. Plenty of times, me, Swerve, or whoever hanging out 2 in the morning, and in my mind, I'm like, I don't need to eat this pizza, but I'm gonna have three of these motherfuckers. It's just, it's a hardcore drug for people, and to psych yourself into eating better is a battle. You know. Anyway, I could keep on going on and on.
I mean, it'd be a trip. It's culturally how we celebrate. You know what I mean? I mean, look what's about to go down tomorrow. We about to grub our ass off.
Like crazy.
I mean, in every culture, like, should be good, but like that'd be hella shit. Like, I know even within the Mexican culture, you know what I mean? Like, we cook with so much just lard and grease. You know what I'm saying? But like, it be what it is.
That shit would be banging.
I mean, again, it starts from your mind. Your mind tells you everything what to do. Your mind, before you speak, your mind done already. I mean, if anybody Of course, you've been in school. If you know a little bit about how the brain works, how the mind works, you know what I'm saying? Everything is within your mind. I mean, I work in a spot. I haven't drunk alcohol in like 2-3 months. And they keep coming to me like, you want? I was like, nah, I want this. I don't want. I want juice. I don't want. I'll just say no. And I could do that. I could turn things off. I don't feel like eating this. I don't. And that's just that's within you. With anybody in here, that's within you. You got to be strong enough to say, no, I don't need this. I don't need that. And once your body, because your body is used to a certain habit. We all have habits. You know what I'm saying? We all addicted to something. So, you just gotta just say no. You like you said, it's a drug. Yes, food is to most people is a drug. And like people have smoking habits, drinking habits, hardcore drug habits, they need help. And then if they be around that stuff, they gotta say no, they gotta walk away from it. They gotta say, nah, I can't do it. And once you and your body gets used to not having it, then you won't crave it. You won't want it. You don't need it. But it all starts within you first. It starts within your mind. Once you master that, then you walk away stuff easily. No, I don't need this 2 a.m. No, I don't need that 2 a.m. Give me some water. I'm cool. I'm gonna go to bed. Keep your mind free. I always keep my mind free. That's the major thing. Like I said, don't let things bother you. I know life and what we do and things that happen in life gets to us. Yeah, my day was thrown off yesterday. I spent the whole little weekend when he came to New York. I told the story and I was his tour guide while he was here in New York and took him to the bodega spot. Had a chopped cheese. Took him to the Spanish joint. He had Spanish food. And we went around. We was at Rock Nation, me, CL, and him. He was at the Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? He was in my neighborhood, in my block, really in my hood. Parked his car in the garage in my hood. And all, took him to the store and all that. So, I spent a good deal of time with him, and he helped me out with some business deals with Fleet. So, yeah, man, we all affected in many, many different ways and had great deal of time. And I was telling CL yesterday, I was mad because the whole time he was here, we didn't even get a picture together. I'm looking through, I'm like, damn, we ain't got a picture together. But you know what? It's all in my mind. The time, good thing I got to meet him in person and we spent time together and all that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Rest in peace, legend. You know what I mean? It's wild, like I said, just because it touches here with us. You know what I mean? We've been talking about different people we work with that have passed, whatever, you know what I mean? And kind of like what Cuddy was saying, you know what I mean? Like, crazy just how we build these relationships right here, man. But no doubt, you know what I mean? Everybody take care of yourself. This lifestyle that come with this, like I said, definitely take a lot of discipline, yo. So, but let's run a record, yo. You know what I mean? Thanks everybody tapping. It's gonna be kind of light today. We know everybody got a lot of stuff going on. Prepping for tomorrow. I know some people already got shit going on in the oven, whatever they doing. You know what I mean? So count your blessings, yo. Tomorrow never promised. Keep gang. Yes, sir. Kendrick out the blue with the GNX album. Thoughts? Anybody listen to the whole thing? Like I said, keeping the foot on the neck, really, of everybody, man. Like, I think this is bigger than Drake now. It's weird how the big three conversation is kind of stopped. Like, cause I honestly feel like probably maybe Cole the only dude that really could get with him, and I don't even think it got to be on like no battle rap type ish. But who else messing with K-Dot right now? We all know it ain't gonna be Drake, and especially looking at this corny shit going on now with the whole UMG suing whatever. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how he comes back. I don't know how he comes back from that. See,
why don't you bring the law into this shit? That shit is just weird. Like, I don't know. First of all, who gave you that advice? That's a bad, like, whoever gave you that advice, you should have really thought about that move. Because I don't see how that cementing your legacy as a sucker. Like, you're cementing your legacy as a sucker. Because battles happen, fights happen. Yo, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off. Either you fight again or whatever, but you don't I'm not going to the police station because I got punched in the face. It's not happening. I have to eat that or whatever. But it's crazy because they're trying to justify it by saying, well, I was in the middle of renegotiating my next deal with Universal, and you guys purposely tried to hurt my credibility so that you wouldn't have to pay me as much. And we don't know if that's happening, but you just look like a sucker. So yeah, Drake's out of it. Drake's out of it. I tried to defend him. I tried to stand up for Drake. I can't defend him. I can't do that. It's over. Because that's in no part of hip hop has anyone ever sued somebody. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's out the window. So hey, he took the L. It is what it is. And as far as everybody else, yeah, I think there are people that got great music, but Kendrick has the spotlight. And I think the fact is that because of what he did in LA, because of what he's been speaking about for a long time, he actually stands for something bigger than just bullshit music. There's actually messages in his music, which makes it a greater, there's actually a substance to what he's talking about in a lot of things. And ironically, people weren't fucking with him for that. They were always shunning him, saying like, yo, this shit is boring. Nobody want to listen to no, I don't want to study rap. All of that shit was going on. The second album, the critical acclaim sort of went away really fast. But I think that he's a deeper thinker. He has a bigger purpose. And right now it is his world. I really do think so.
I just think of like, you're a fan of hip hop. You got to give him his flowers, because it's like every album has consistently been good. He hasn't dropped a bad album. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got the Good Kid, Mad City on the wall right there. You know what I mean? So, but the Untitled Unmastered, To Pimp a Butterfly, like I have all those albums. You know what I mean? I never went out and bought a Drake album. Just real spill. You know what I mean? I always had Drake in the tank for the Serato because you had to have it. He got good singles. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like, if we're gonna look at, like I said, on some real hip hop shit, like, it's just weird, yo. You know what I mean? Like, we've been talking about this thing forever. Like, even in the state of the content artist, right? The content artist or the TikTok artist, whatever. Like, Drake has been very good in the internet era. He knows how to troll. He's known how to drop timely around troll shit, and this is why, like, I feel like it's even more corny that, like, he's suing a system that was working for him for years, and now because it's going against him, he's, it's like the bully got bullied, and I'm gonna go tell the principal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Because I saw somebody say that, and it woke me up. He was like, "Yo, you wasn't saying all this when you was beating on on Meek Mill. We was crushing, other cats. You wasn't complaining. So here we are with this bullshit. The end of the day, the culture just don't accept that part of it, though. This is hip hop, man. This is for real. We don't snitch on each other or we don't sue each other over records. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't remember a time like this where it's like, we've heard the suing of like copyrights and someone used the beat or some shit like without permission, whatever. But
that's understandable.
Never in this manner though. Like, I can't, can you imagine like Nas and Jay-Z and one of them going to go sue the label, yo? You know what I mean?
You look so crazy. It's never gonna happen. And I just don't understand who's advising him on this shit. Is it him just really? Because I think we were talking about it. Oh yeah, I was talking about it with somebody else, D-Train, and he was saying how he feels Drake is just really in a bad mental space, and maybe he's just making these decisions by himself. Because even in the accusations, these are accusations. You actually have to prove like that these things. If you're putting things in law, now you actually have to prove and state evidence, against the company that helped you do the same thing. You're going to try to sue them in the court of law when they could probably use your case studies or your prior work against you in your own case. I don't even know how that works. You're suing yourself.
Hey man, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it. And I'll tell you why. Like you just said, expose yourself, and then expose all of these times where, oh, this person got the streaming.
Yeah.
They stream so much. I've always thought that was bullshit. So my thing is, if there's something else behind this, because I hear that, you know, there's been the whole, he has a signing deal of 400 million. There's some 360 deal with that. There's, you know, he can't pay all this shit back, and this has not been his year. But yeah, if you want to expose these fools for the practices that they're doing, go right ahead. In the meantime, you will be exposing yourself, exposing others too, who have also been doing that bullshit. And I'm all for it. And then we can get back to, hey, it's time for us to sit here and get physical copies again. Figure out the real numbers of people that are actually selling records, people that are actually out there getting their records sold, not just you go to your phone and stream some shit just because you want to be a part of the conversation. And so now the numbers is up. You use bot. I can't wait. I hope it all. Listen, watch the party die. Y'all heard that phrase this year?
Yeah.
Watch the party die. If you ask me, it's all maniacal. If you ask me,
I believe it's because Drake basically had that big record deal that he got. Cause they gave that was a real lucrative deal. Where you got was it like 500 million or something they gave him? And you think when they give you money like that, you know, that's a big loan. And I think with his numbers dropping, it just didn't look good for Drake. That's like, man, I gotta go on tour to make my money and to pay these folks back. And no one want to book me right now because I look kind of like a pedophile out here rapping. So, you know, I'm just saying, it's crazy.
Now, what Quantum's, I agree with Quantum. I knew he's going to say that and agree. And I also agree that, listen, the labels was fucking artists for years. So why can't an artist sue a label? They've been fucking artists for years. So whoever do the exposing, I know the people on Drake, but if somebody else was to do it, it might fly under the radar. People might not talk about it like that. More than likely, they will probably lose because they ain't got the popularity and this, that, and the third. Yeah, it's ironic that he do this at a time of everything that's going on, but would say he sheds the light, and now, you know, hopefully, yeah, you know, more artists, especially on the independent side, can get the right thing. And Quantum, I agree with you with the buy the vinyl. Yeah, you know, me and Ray talked about, you know, buying the newer stuff that's out. Yeah, a lot of people saying, you know, they like the Kendrick joint. Well, okay, I know Ray said he got his pre-order in. He said that comes out in the springtime, March. He's all ready for the pre-order. You know, if people do really like these projects, don't stream it, buy it. Even if it's just collected, buy the CD, buy the cassette, buy the vinyl, whatever. I know people, oh, I ain't got no CD player I can play it on. I ain't got no vinyl. Da, da, da. Well, have it as a collectible. Support, really support. Spend your money and buy the joint. Support it. For real, for real.
And let me be clear, because this is recorded. Drake is not Superman over here with the cape on saving the independent artists in your idea of buying vinyl. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. He is absolutely doing this shit for his own best interest. What I'm saying is, in the process, if there's collateral damage and it's exposing all of this bullshit that's been going on with these streaming numbers, I'm all for it. But yeah, he ain't here to do this shit because he's looking out for other artists. Let me be clear on that, because this is recorded. I don't want that to be lost. I just know what can come from it. And like I said, more than anything, with Kendrick, I don't want to say that this is what's happening, but it would be diabolical if Kendrick knew that he was going to put this suit out and would expose not only Drake and all the rest of this other dumb shit. In the meantime, that fool's winning with all. Because here's the thing. Everyone's still going over to Kendrick to find out what he's saying because of these lawsuits. So it really ain't hurting his bottom line. And we know how Kendrick moves. He moves great. You can only hear from him when it comes to music. And that's what I want to happen from here on out. Fuck all these pictures online, all this dumb shit. Nigga, put out fucking good music. And if your ass is so petty and so spoiled that you trying to sue or bite off the nose that spites the hand that feeds, then if he wants to do that, Drake, go right ahead and take all the rest of these fools down so the cream of the crop can finally be seen in this fucking field. That's what my point is.
All right. What up, Big Gary?
Hey, so one, the information and the investigation is great. What I don't like is the names being played along with it. Like, so because Drake because he is who he is, he could have just mentioned all the shit that's been playing that he's talking about without saying, using the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us song, because no one's judging the battle on how many streams Not Like Us got. We're judging it on when we play it and how people react. That's also, like, it has nothing to do with the battle, so why even talk about that? I'm all for exposing the fucking industry. I'm just wanting to say that because you're against guns, don't bring up because my friend Johnny shoots people. Like, nah, guns is bad. They kill hella people. That's all I'm saying. So I'm from the street, so my hype is go ahead and expose it, but don't bring names up if you don't have to, because I don't think he has to.
Sterling, that's you, Mr. Green.
Yo, what's up? I think to talk about to piggyback on what Quantum said, in an instance like this, where auditing your record label is something that's come up a lot in the last couple of years, right? Where you're checking your numbers against what you're earning, so forth and so on. And Better Champion by Gary, right, is you don't have to bring up the names. The auditing part that, a lot of people heard with the story where Nelly told Chamillionaire, hey, look, audit your label, check the numbers and check your paper. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he got his money up, right? Not realizing that he was being fleeced for hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? That's all you got to do. Audit, put the audit out, you know what I'm saying? But in instances like this, somebody like Drake, where Drake, and I'm not mistaken, Kendrick both might have licensing deals, not conventional record deals or distribution deals. You know what I'm saying? It's a different bop. But that falls back a lot onto the independent artists and them being able to eat again, right? And get money per unit, like direct-to-consumer sales is coming back. The vinyls, the CDs, the tapes in some instances have been selling out. That's the mindful part that I want to see. I want to see that script get flipped. Not all that other BS in the popularity contest that's been running music for the last 10 to 20 years. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately in a perfect world, we would all love to see a Tower Records come back, Warehouse Records, Sam Goody, all that type of shit. Like I said, even just remember we talked about this promo runs. Cats would go do the signings. You know what I mean? Like, but like I trip on like, because out my way, I'm even seeing more and more vinyl shops. Not everybody's printing records to be ready for drops when the new music comes out. Like I trip on the Cube album. I purchased the Cube album. I don't get that shit until March of next year. You know what I mean? He did CD drops that were ready for when he dropped his album. But, again, you got to really want the tangible piece because there's a lot of effort to actually get it now. You know what I mean? But like I think back to that movie, The Social Network, and I think it was Justin Timberlake's character, the dude who was the creator of Napster. Like he bragged about disrupting the industry. You know what I mean? And it really fucked things, from then on. You know what I mean? Because that was, shit, after that LimeWire, we was all on LimeWire. You know what I mean? We was all getting music. You know what I mean? We was all getting music for free. I got mad big CDs, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, but again, I love the fact that we're seeing more and more artists doing the direct-to-consumer type model, even if that means, purchasing the album digitally behind a paywall. You know what I mean? But like, shit, TikTok has a label now, y'all. And their rev shares are better than what labels are doing. So a lot of people are just, I'm just gonna go put my music out on TikTok and get my rev through the app itself. Like TikTok was very smart about that. You know what I mean? They said, well, hell, we're putting, highlighting people's content anyway. We might as well create our own label. You know what I mean? So, and we're doing better by the artists with the rev shares. So, there's a lot of tangible factors, and I'm with you, Quantum 100%. I would love to see things go back to how they were, but it's never going to. It's never.
But let me be clear with that. And this is what I was saying about the Black Star release a couple years ago. I'm not even just saying that people have to go and buy physicals. What I'm saying is we need to see the actual numbers. So, for example, the Black Star album comes out, it's strictly on a certain platform because that platform has paid the artist for it to be specifically on that platform. So let's say it's not just on the Dave Chappelle podcast platform. Let's say it's an independent artist and they have a streaming platform because everybody's streaming. No one's really downloading anymore. So the people there's a generation that doesn't download at this point. There's definitely a generation that doesn't buy physicals, but they're always on their phones and something has to be streaming. So let's just say there is a platform to where you have to exclusively go to that platform to stream for that artist. That still is the version of us going into a store and buying a physical record because it's coming straight to the artist. We're buying that artist. We're not just on a streaming service and picking up all of this and paying $10 a month. The artists are getting pennies on the dollar. So that's more what I'm saying is I've said this a couple years ago, I'm waiting for it to get back to that, to where the artist, even when we talk to Kweli, I'm waiting for it to get back to where the artist somehow is able to see the numbers that is actually happening, even if it's not downloading or buying physicals at this point. But if someone's streaming, they're getting the benefit of someone streaming, and there's a larger percentage of that going to them as an artist. That's more what I'm saying.
I mean, and again, I'm all 100% with it. But someone's gonna take that concept and go create another app, and then another app, and then another app. That's all what has continued to happen. I mean, that's how. I mean, look at what Spotify created. You know what I mean? Like Spotify, they put the stamp on it. Apple Music had to compete. You know, Deezer, or the live, the whole nine. You know what I mean? It's just, what's the one, the one where they most of the time put it behind a paywall. What the hell is that one? Yeah, Bandcamp. You know what I mean? Like those. I mean, because the thing is, Quantum, like I said, I think a majority of us here on the call, we respect the art. So we are willing to go to those and say, I'm going to give this artist $10. I mean, which was even greater for like an app like Even that came along. But I'm not going to lie, for myself, I don't want to get another fucking app. I don't want to get more fucking emails from another app. You know what I'm saying? So, that's never going to be centralized. Let's be honest about that. That's never going to be said like, we know to go here, da 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 da. You know what I mean? And like that, even it's been very successful. It's very cool, but like now I got to go back to Even just to hear what I purchased. You know what I mean? So,
but what if you had something like y'all talk about, like CL talks about, like the digital wallets, right? For cryptocurrency. What if you had something that's literally like the equivalent of your CD case book, or where you put your vinyl in your home? If you had something like that on your device, to where this artist has this album come out, you got to go here to stream it, but the only way to hear it, you can buy it there as a stream, but the only way to hear it is through this digital wallet sort of situation. Or this artist has an album, the only way to get it, you got to get it from them, and the only way to hear it on your device is through this digital wallet situation. To me, if something like that happens, just like right now, we have no choice in how we receive music, there has to literally be a shift, a paradigm shift in how we receive music. It seems unfathomable right now, but you got to think in 1998, it seemed unfathomable that we would just be able to pick up a phone and listen to whatever we wanted to listen to in our collection. So I think something like that can happen, but what has to happen is there has to be a breakdown of the system, which goes back to what we talked about before, the collateral damage. I was saying, if this lawsuit causes some sort of collateral damage to where, let's say Congress is like, oh, you motherfuckers been doing this shit all this time, oh, we shutting this shit down. Again, the party dies. Now we got to figure out a way to get music out there digitally. And again, it goes back to that concept I was saying before. There's some digital wallet. I'm just using that as an example, but there's some digital wallet to where we have to now go to an artist directly from them. But in order to hear this thing, it's digital. We have to use this program. To me, that is where, and I know you were saying, you talking about being centralized. That's where the centralization comes. Obviously, someone would have to, run whatever this digital wallet is, and we would have to regulate that. But at least the artist would be getting paid somehow and would not have to be worrying about getting paid pennies on the dollar. And the shift would happen. We would have no choice. We all have to listen this way because we have no choice in the matter. You know, that's just me ideally thinking though.
Yeah, no, listen, I think a majority of us agree with you. I think we all would love to see it that way. I just think we're in too much of an individualistic society that when somebody sees something's working over there, someone's going to take that idea and do it over there. You know what I'm saying? It's just should be what it be, man. But I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of the art. I mean, I love music, so I'm willing to go take the extra steps to go buy something or whatever. But I think we're in a very, 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 very extremely small percentile when it comes to that. What up, Big G? What's happening, Gary?
Man, I just wanted to kind of home run what Quantum was saying and what you're saying and what everyone's saying. I don't think the normal consumer has a problem with going somewhere to purchase something, but they have a problem with if I have to go back there to enjoy it, right? So to have a central place where not only can I play any MP3 or any download in my phone that I bought, anything, as well as if I still want to be part of Spotify, I can include that music and it's a player like a digital wallet. But now I can play it, hit random, hit shuffle, and it's gonna play shit I picked, right? And as well as I still able to enjoy new music before I decide to buy it. So there has to be some sort of thing where I have Apple iTunes, I have Amazon, I got Pandora, whatever I have, but also I could take part in, like you're saying, the new landscape and be able to, because the problem is being able to play enough music when you open it, right? And my brother who runs a big radio station, he's been in programming for many years. He said the reason radio is going to exist if you care is because people are too lazy to program what they want to listen to. So by being able to take what they already have, what they already liked, and coming up with some way to replay it for them is the magic. I promise you. And then artists, everything. Then Spotify will eventually go away. But until then, I don't care how much Spotify takes from my dollar. I have to be in the same mall, Mall of America, right? Because that's where they play their music at. It's not where they buy it. It's where they consume it. So we need a consumption platform that allows anywhere we got our music to play it, if I buy a service or not. But nah, I agree.
Yeah, man. Nonetheless, support the art. You know what I mean? And again, collateral damage or not, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how this thing plays out. But still some sucker shit, if you ask me. Check this record out, y'all. Mount Westmore reunion. Snoop Dogg getting his new album, Man Down. Out now. All mouth, no teeth. I see you, GD.
Yo, listen.
What up, C?
That boy October London is on his A game right now. Listen, I can't wait for his shit to drop. It's gonna be one of those ones, especially the fact that he's getting all this praise of him redoing all this Marvin Gaye stuff. Like, it's a perfect match. Like, groovy movie, man. Groovy movie.
I thought October London already dropped. I thought October Nights, the album already dropped.
It did?
Yeah.
It's on
October Nights is the name of it.
Yo, listen.
For records.
Every record that he's been on is fire.
Yep.
His own records are freaking incredible.
Yeah, his own records are nuts.
Even from the first single. Like, the first single was crazy.
What's up, Miss Jeannie? How you living over there? All mouth, no teeth. What's happening?
Yeah, I always have to remember we have company now because we streaming on multiple platforms. So I have to not say what I'm really thinking.
Nah, say what you gotta say. Come on.
Say what you
Now,
feel.
I ain't got no damn filter. I'm about to say what I
Say it with your chest.
So, number one, this song is so nostalgic to me, and I really appreciate it because I'm 8-Ball, MJ. That's the hip hop I'm with. Like the new stuff I don't understand. But I'm all the way back there with, open up your mouth if you want to be steaker. That's where I'm from, right? So this particular song, it feels really good, and those of us who are the same age as the men singing this song, we don't have teeth. We don't have all of them. So we appreciate lyrics that honor the fact that, we can provide those services, those toothless services. Mentioning the Moscato, so I definitely like this song. How y'all doing?
Yo, I was not prepared. I was not prepared.
I don't think we was ready for that, Genie. I don't think we was.
Mic drop. Everybody confused. I'm
Pineapples.
like,
Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all. We out.
right.
Pineapples. I wasn't ready. Pineapples.
Oh my God.
Raymond told me to be myself.
Hey, two
Some of them back
services.
molars missing.
I appreciate all that. Oh God.
Yeah. I was gonna say I like the song.
Genie.
I was just gonna say I like the song. Shit. I mean, is West what Mount Westmore and the R&B flavor is class. It's seasoned artists are making better records than new artists to me. Maybe because I just love my era and I know what hits with me. Maybe they know what's gonna hit with me. But I like what the seasoned artists have been able to do through the year. So, Brittany's in the chat talking crazy.
Wait,
I mean, it's about a
doing,
groove, CL. A lot of these youngsters ain't never danced before, so they don't know what a groove's about. They just make music. Like, we from the dancing era. Like, our parents, we watch people dance and groove. Like, we understand pockets.
No doubt. And I'm gonna take the ball from there because my daughter the other day, she's 13. She's ticked out or TikToked out. All these kids, they are really like making TikTok dance into everything. And she tells me that they like the older records now just as much as they like a new record. Like there's new records that the old records are being discovered as new records for them every single week. And
soul.
Because of the soul and the groove. It is.
It has some soul. Like ain't regardless of how they want to water down whatever, when the pure some way, somehow, if the pureness of it's still there, we all have souls. I know a lot of people don't tap into their within themselves, but sometimes it hits and you don't know when it hits you, when the bug hits you. So yeah, a lot of younger people, yes, I agree. A lot of younger people are probably listening, whether they hear it around us. You don't know. A lot of the young sometimes listen. We don't know that they listen. You know what I'm saying? We listening to whatever we listen to. Yeah, you on this call every week. CL, and I know sometimes your daughters, your kitchen is right there. Sometimes they might hear something that's being played through your set. And they might be like, they might, I don't know, they might Shazams it. You don't know, you not knowing what they probably, I like that song. You told me certain songs that they heard just by being around you. Oh, I like that song. They first heard it. So you experienced them to a lot of new music with them out, and they also teaching you about some of the new music that's on a TikTok. So that's one of the things I do miss about being around the youth is I'm teaching them, yes, but they're also teaching me. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? They putting me up on some new stuff.
That's how it goes, man. Yeah.
I think aside from that too, we're back on like outside energy. Remember right there, pandemic and all that shit. Like everybody was inside. It was dark. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think now like people outside having fun again. You know what I mean? Like they're like putting that shit behind us. So, people want people. You know what I mean? Hopefully that will reflect back to people dancing back outside. You know what I'm saying? But that's to kind of say what you was saying right there in the chat, Quantum. Like, look for that 100 BPM, start making its way back. You know what I mean? Get some of that bounce back. You know what I mean? So.
Just, it feels like I was telling somebody else the other day, it feels kind of like 1994. Like for me, I don't know if y'all kind of noticed it. I know I'm older, so respect anyone that's younger on the call. But up until 94, it was a lot of like shout rap. It was a lot of that Onyx type, free flowing, blaring horns. And then when you get to 94, people start shifting and you start getting different songs. You get Nas with Illmatic. You get a Diggable Planets with Blowout Comb. You get all these different styles because now it was like, all right, we need to find something else to do right now. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. All of that like hi-hat, trap, bass, like that shit has been done for like a decade now. Like the shit is getting out of the way. So when I was talking about GNX, like just listening to that, yes, that's like you said, Ray, that's a West Coast thing, a new West Coast thing that's been happening, but it's not necessarily been in the forefront. A lot of this shit has been kind of that Atlanta, Southern type of style. And it almost feels like what's happening, like there's a shift in music right now. And that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of these veterans are winning is because the younger folks, that internet shit is hitting its ceiling and they don't know where to kind of go to right now. So now we got these albums that come out that are from these veterans, and they stand out like a sore thumb because nothing new is being produced. And that's just to me how it feels right now.
See, but I would want to ask C Styles about that, because Atlanta has ran. I mean, Atlanta's kind of had a moment now for like 20 years. Are you pretty much playing just Atlanta music though in Atlanta? C Styles? Is my man's all right? I know he's smoking on something right there. He looking
stuck like Chuck.
Yeah. C Styles,
you there?
What up? What up? What up?
He looks spaced out. He looks he looks spaced out.
Did you hear the question?
He hear nothing, yo. He spaced out.
I ain't hear nothing, man. What was
I
the
told
question?
you.
I was just just because
I was on the phone. My bad. What was the question?
Oh, okay. No. I was just asking because like ATL, like in trap, has had a run for like the past 20 years or so. So it's like, is West Coast shit getting played out there? You muted now.
Absolutely. West Coast get played a lot out here. Like there's certain clubs that will play everything to represent for everybody, because Atlanta is not just one single place. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different places is here now. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, everybody's from Cali, New York, Philly, Chicago. They're all here. So you gotta so when you, as a DJ, you have to play all of that and represent for everybody. Otherwise, it's gonna be one shifted thing, and that's not cool. I mean, you're a DJ. You're supposed to be well-rounded with your music. So yeah, we play West Coast out here all the time.
Hell yeah. No, that's here. That's here.
Matter of fact, my man DJ Funky was A&R in the Ice Cube project. And he's Coalition DJs. He's the head of Coalition.
Yeah, we was wondering who the hell was, because we had no clue who Q was even using for like promo for that. You know what I mean?
DJ Funky was doing the A&R for the joint, and I helped him out with some of the joints too. So yeah, we working on Man Up now, the Ice Cube's other album. He's got like Man Down is out right now. It started off as number 2, and now it's at number 4. So right now we getting the beats together for Man Up, Ice Cube's other album that's gonna drop sometime in 2025.
All right. So from Man Down to Man Up. I could dig it. I could dig it.
Y'all want this Jay-Z news or nah?
Well, come on with it. Let's head it.
Nah, y'all
you got to turn your camera on though, Brittany. Come on.
No, Brittany can't turn her camera on today.
Are you sleeping right there? What's happening?
So, but let me let you guys know. Okay, so last call, and everything that I say is allegedly. My contact told me that Jay-Z is going to be dropping an album. Probably after the Super Bowl, because he does not want to interfere with Kendrick's moment. Like right now, Kendrick is having a moment. Kendrick, dropped the album. He's going to be doing the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, allegedly, Kendrick is going to be featured on this new Jay-Z album. Allegedly. There is a diss track on the album, allegedly coming at Young Money, Baby, allegedly. So,
I mean, it makes sense. Even with this Kendrick, people saying Kendrick kind of igniting the fire with Wayne. You know what I mean? So it makes sense, especially if Kendrick going to be on this album.
Well, we're thinking that the reason why Jay-Z pushed so hard for Kendrick to also be a performer at the Super Bowl is because this album was already in the works. So the album was already in the works. Obviously, Kendrick's album was in the works before the announcement of the Super Bowl, but Jay-Z's album was also in the works before the announcement of the Super Bowl. So that's yeah.
That is our alleged tea.
Allegedly. Don't hold my feet to the fire.
You see what Lil Wayne posted though, right?
Yep.
What'd you say?
You see what Lil Wayne posted though, right?
What did he post?
Yeah, the whole don't wait to sleep. Don't wait.
He said, let me sleep. Don't wake me up, because if I wake up, I'm gonna smash all y'all.
Well, listen. I don't think that Jay-Z's beef is not with Wayne, right? Jay-Z's beef is really with the system, I think, with the system in which we measure music and decide, what is mediocre and what's good music. Because like I'm just being honest, like Wayne's last couple performances, live performances, just were not Super Bowl worthy. They just weren't. And it's no indication of him being a terrible artist. It's just he needed work on his performance. He needed work on putting himself out there. You know what I mean? To be a candidate for the Super Bowl. And so, I mean, Kendrick had done that. Kendrick had done the work. He had prepared himself, just like Usher prepared himself. So, I mean, we'll see. Allegedly, the diss track is not necessarily coming at them hardcore, is more so like coming at Baby, but allegedly. But I had to clarify that from the last call.
All right.
But my source said allegedly, yes, I was correct. We were on the right path with that.
All right. Well, hope you're feeling well, Brittany. Thank you for the tea. You know what I'm
feeling great. I'm just I'm tired, so I'm laying down. But yeah.
All right. Mr. Lopez, is that you?
Yeah, what's good? Ray, what's up? Chilling.
We here. What's happening?
No, I just had a question. Allegedly, is there any possibility that Kendrick Lamar's gonna bring out Lil Wayne? Because that's allegedly what I've been hearing too. There's a possibility.
No, there is no possibility that Lil Wayne is going to be performing at the Super Bowl.
Okay, so you sound very confident. Thank you.
Yes.
Allegedly, from my source, Lil Wayne will not be coming out. Now, will there be a New Orleans inspired tribute? Possibly.
Ooh.
Possibly. Again, allegedly. Allegedly, Kendrick Lamar may play around with some sounds during his Super Bowl halftime performance to pay tribute to. If you think Not Like Us, it's a possibility, right? Because let's say that Drake goes through with a lawsuit, right? If a lawsuit is plausible that he can't do quote unquote Just Like Us, whatever, he can change the arrangement and it won't be the same song. So that is a way to get around a lawsuit, but I doubt that like the lawsuit's going to stop him from performing the song anyway. But let's just say
if it's hip hop, you don't even listen to none of that. You perform, that makes you perform the song even more.
Right. But I mean, like, regardless of that, I think I really do believe that Kendrick is going to put some different type of spin on the signature New Orleans sound for his performance at the Super Bowl halftime show, because that way it not only satisfies those who are from the city who would expect to have something, related to New Orleans at the Super Bowl, but then also, it would make his music, for those who are not as familiar with his music, it would make them more interested, right? Because he's bringing out that city flavor and that cultural vibe. But allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, we already saw big bands, after Not Like Us dropped, was already doing it. So it would make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? You could see some second line action on a big stage like that, going crazy to that. He has to do that song. That song's too big. That song's too big to not perform it. You know what I mean?
I will say this. Let's just say I took a quantum leap, right?
Oh, what?
Let's just say I took a quantum leap.
No pun intended.
An actual quantum leap. Let's just say I took a quantum leap and Kendrick Lamar drops another album before the Super Bowl and Nas is the narrator on that album. Let's just say I took a quantum leap.
That is definitely a different dimension, because that's not happening. but it would be cool.
I mean, Kendrick gave Nas his flowers on the album. You know what I mean? He said Nas was the only one to congratulate him. So definitely could be
just a quantum
out
leap.
there. Yeah, just a quantum leap. I see you. Big love. Thank you for the tea again, Britt. We're gonna play another song. We got our first guest joining us here today. I believe he's still on. Yeah. So, Young Lot, thank you for joining the call, fams. We're gonna play one joint and we'll come to you. Shouts out to Gary bringing on the fam here today. But peep this one out, y'all. Dre and Snoop.
Yo,
so that missionary album about to go crazy.
Yo, they are not playing. That is such a groovy movie, and it's refreshing to hear Dre on his shit right now. Oh my God. That
Like I
shit
said,
hard.
that other release, the gorgeous one with Janae Eichel, like I said, what is super dope, and I think we can all attest to it. Like I said, and maybe this is the reason why these records is sounding the way they are. Like, this is no more just grabbing a beat off of YouTube. This is no more like, I'm gonna send you this jump on this. Like, this is Snoop and Dre locked in the studio. Same way Common and Pete Rock locked in the studio. You know what I mean? LL Cool J and Q-Tip,
Locked in the studio.
locked in the studio.
Like this goes back to the bonds of the relationships that you have with the artist instead of just, oh, I'm gonna sing you this. First of all, them niggas was vibing as Dre makes the beat. Dre is making the beat right then and there. He's not looking through his files and saying, okay, let me see which one we're gonna do. No, he's making them shits right there, so it's fresh on the brain. And just it kind of reminds you how they first reacted together when they did Deep Cover or Dre Day or nothing but a G thing. How the flow was, you know what I'm saying? They're going back and forth. Like that shit was musically dope and musically refreshing to hear because they didn't jump on no wave. They didn't jump on nobody else's shit. They did exactly what they said they was gonna do, and ride their own lane. They didn't jump in nobody's lane. They didn't jump on no mumbling shit. They didn't jump on the drill shit. They stayed the course of what they true to. That's what hip hop is about.
Dre took that Schoolie D Saturday night. Now that shit is crazy. To hear that on something in 2024 and mix it in. I think last time I heard that was when the Roots used that shit on Without a Doubt. That shit was. That's why when I heard it, I was like, God damn, these fools is. I'm looking forward to it.
That's what I'm saying, Quantum. Like they
was Saturday night, now give me a 40.
They are in they lane right now. Like they not in nobody else's lane, and that's what I love. Like it's back to the old school, man. Being fresh, not biting nobody's shit, just doing your own shit. That's what hip hop is.
Yo, Raymond, you heard they playing like the gorgeous instrumental beat in the NFL game?
Yes, sir.
I heard it this past weekend. I was like, oh, they they playing it in the NFL game. Like I'm talking about, like, not in the commentary, like not in the stadium, but yeah, in the commentary.
Yep.
That shit is getting run on regular radio, which was surprising.
Yeah.
Like I would go to work out and they always had a radio on there, and I heard Gorgeous, and I was like, shit, I thought I was listening to Quantum Leap at one point. I was like, shit. But no, they got the veterans in the playlist. I'm like, damn, all right, that's what's up. So they getting some movement behind it, man. I said last week, I was like, not on here, but on the show, I was like, at this point, I don't even want to hear nothing else. I really just want to hear the whole album. Because is there a date set for that shit yet?
Yeah, December 13th. December 13th.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to hear the whole album at this point, man.
Yeah, but I mean, again, a testament to relationships, man. And everybody loves Snoop. You know what I mean? Like, Snoop is on The Voice, yo. You know what I mean? Like, and really just going back what C-Style was saying right now, like, just real producer shit. Like, Dre is so meticulous with sonics and what he wants out of a sound and out of a song. He not gonna fucking put nothing out until he's like, okay, that's it. You know what I mean? So,
and he's not gonna jump on no average shit. It's got to stand out. If him and Snoop is gonna do this project, they know what they got to do. They got to go back and lock in, just like they did with Deep Cover, nothing but a G thing, nothing but Dre Day. If you think about those three songs that I just mentioned, listen to how the chemistry was. It's going back to that. They feeding off each other, making each other great. You know what I'm saying? Making each other better. Like, oh, you did that? Okay, let me come and do this. And they was locked in the same fucking studio. They didn't say, Snoop didn't say, yo, email me this beat. Dre didn't say, yo, I'm gonna email you something. No, the nigga said, come to the studio, let's lock in. And that's how you create a great album, and that's how you create longevity in this game.
100%. I couldn't imagine Dre emailing anybody a beat. I say, you want to work with me, dog? You're gonna have to come to the spot. You know what I mean?
Got to come to Compton, nigga.
All right, Joe. Well, listen again, December 13th, Missionary, the album touching down. Shouts out to Tired Young Lot right there. He yawning on the screen. I see you, Lot. Thank you for tapping in. Shouts out to the homie Gary, of course, pulling him up. Where we moving in the groove, and where you at right now, Lot? Can you turn the mic on?
Mute button down on the bottom left. That little microphone.
All right. Well, we'll play a record while you figure that out a lot. Peep this one out, y'all. Let me get this share back right accordingly. All right, check this out.
That's all I thought about when I heard that sample. I was like, oh, they took that one? Oh, that shit is dope. Groovy movie.
Quantum. What's the vibe?
Yeah, this is cat Ghost Boy RJ. I got sent his album a couple weeks ago. That was called What You Find, but he got some dope shit, man. Younger cat. He got some heat on that album, man. But yeah, Ghost Boy RJ. I don't know where he's from exactly, but dope shit.
Who sent you the album?
So that came from another promo cat named Sharif. Okay. He got I forgot Sharif's promo. He'll send some promos out every now and then, but he sent that over and I was like, damn, this shit kind of live. So.
Very dope. Ghost Boy RJ. Look out for him. All right, Young Lot checking in for San Francisco. How we doing? We get the technical difficulties worked out.
Man, we good. What's up with rain, man? What's popping?
We here, man. You out cruising in the streets of San Francisco or what?
Nah, man, I'm really in the town right now, man. We doing this last minute little shopping for the T-Day, man, for Turkey Day, man. You know, you feel me?
Nice,
I'm in Oakland, California right now.
I say what's up to Mr. Fan Force while you out there. You know what I mean?
You know it for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. You was on the call with us before, no?
Yeah. I did one a while back with y'all. I want to say, Gary Archer, you feel me, brought me to the table. You feel me? You know, that's Big Bro, man. He always bringing me in. You feel me? So
we did the How to Survive record. I think it was when we had this How to Survive video with E40 and them, like the West Coast Monster remix for sure.
I think so. Okay, yeah, I think I do remember that now. But got some new heat out now. Got to definitely shout out Kamaya. You know what I mean? Some flavor going on. So
we got a lot of heat, man. I just did this project, man, with a lot of the community. You feel me? Like I got some artists that I just like 20 artists, man, from the community. I did a project giving back to the community. That's what I want to say. You feel me? The project is called Flood, Forever Living Out Our Dreams. And you know, like the album ain't very impactful, man. You know, it's no cursing on it. You know, no derogatory stuff, man. It's basically just like bringing everybody from the community together, you feel me, and you know, showing their talents and showing what we capable of.
And you tapped in with a lot of youngsters on this thing. I heard you had guys as young as 15 on this project, huh?
Yeah, man. It's a nice 13-song project, man. Y'all love it, man. I'm telling you, y'all love it, man. You know, slapping from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying?
All right, word. So Gary sent me 2 records. I know we got the joint with Kamaya, but is Why Hate on the project?
Why Hate is off of the Flood project. I mean, you can lead off whatever one. You know, I say it's a home run on. Yeah, it's a home run on both of them. So whatever one you want to lead off with, I'm good with.
Okay, well, let's start with the Why Hate joint before we get into this because I want to play the video with Kamaya. Unless you want me to play the video too, I could run the Why Hate video if you want to. It's completely up to you.
Hey, you know me, man. I'm from the Bay, man. Do it your way, man.
Man, run the video. Run the video. Lot does not go cheap videos. It ain't the normal video ever. So.
This.
Okay, word. Let's run this then. Let me get to share accordingly. We'll go from there. All right, Pete game, y'all. Young Lot hanging out. Why Hate from the Flood Project. Let me make sure I got the sound right. There we go.
Unspoken shot this.
Young man, still about the bands. Support the fam, never been a fan. We could take it to the top, 12 tripping off our skin. They sleeping on us, but they mattress on twin.
I love the hood, but I hate the pain that come with it. Family ties that get you cross the ops and run with it. What happened to unity and family, we all spreading love. I got questions like kids, but I asked the man above.
Why we gotta be gangsters, drug dealers, classified as another killer. I get a bird, that's absurd. But more than that, I speak the facts and stand on that.
Love will always find a way to make everything better. FL double OG, baby. We gon' be forever living out our dreams.
out here trying to live, I don't understand. Chasing rubber bands, staying out of trouble, man. Got it out the dirt, it's only right we in the motherland.
Ballin' Guatemalan, but they thinking I'm a white boy. Trying to keep it separated, tune out all the white noise. Trying to make us back down. White, yellow, black, brown. Love's the only plan. Now put your hands up and get down.
Been stuck up on the shelf for a minute, but now I'm back. Locked up and sack until I learn how to act. Make sure the youngest know it's more than where you at. I done seen both sides, some never make it back.
It's like being black or kryptonite and superpower. Invested in my skin for influential civil matters. Chosen people, we the key. It's time to build the ladder. Chin off your chest, you know the rest. It's time to heal that chapter. I've been with it so long. God got me. Granny always taught a boy to hold on. Hating at an all-time high, loving been low though. I don't get it, them bad vibes mess up my mojo.
Ask the men above why these people wanna hate. The jealousy and envy just boost the crime rate. They wanna see me fall and they tryna see me break. But I'd be stupid if I quit, I came a long way.
Love the world, but pussy made my people. Melanated, so you know I got the cheat code. Take me to a higher place, somewhere where they love our faith. Can you help me? Can you help me? Try to never hurt nobody. I'm a wild girl, I'm sorry. Tell me why do we hate on our people?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we back, man. Fire,
Groovy.
fire, fire, fire. Shout out to Young Lot in the building.
Appreciate y'all, Valley.
Yeah, shout out to C Styles. He gave me the groovy movie stamp off top. Big energy. Shout out to the Bay Area, man. I love seeing everybody come together like that. That was fire. And obviously the classic flip of another classic. So, just it's on the up and up. And my thing about these type of songs, I really hope we do get the digital the DJ pack, because it's room to play that. Not only that, I recently went to the Bay, I think over the summer. Shout out to Gary. We went out there for the Emerald Cup, smoking our tree and doing all of that. But the Bay is such a dope city. It's always had its own culture, but it gets this crazy bad rap. And there's another side to just like New York anywhere else. You got one side, but then you got this other side that's going on, but nobody ever promotes that other side. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, that's what's going on. But anyway, how's the promotion going for this record?
Man, we just trying to get it off the ground, man. Like I say, man, we just be throwing stuff against the wall and see what stick for real. Like I said, man, I was just, trying to do something new. I mean, as you can see, man, I got 20 different young, transitional youth a part of the record. And we just trying to build, man. That's all we really trying to do. Like Gary really can explain to more like what we really trying to do with the record. But that's why we here.
No, that's awesome, man. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all the kids. Feel like, they going crazy on the gram. C Styles, what it is.
All right, first of all, groovy movie. Hands down. Secondly, I love the way you flipped the Arrested Development sample and made it your own. Thirdly, this shit is like the new age West Coast All-Stars. We all in the same game.
Right.
That's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying? It's positive. It's not doing the same bullshit that everybody else is doing. Y'all riding your own wave. Y'all in y'all lane. I'm happy for that. I like that. It's a groovy movie. Easy to play. It's easy to play. DJ, right. If you know you can do this with Arrested Development, this is a no-brainer. Like, this is a no-brainer. Like, groovy movie, man. Groovy movie.
Yeah,
man, appreciate you, Styles. Appreciate you.
And I don't know, like, yeah, you want the spin right from the DJ in the club, but sometimes it's just taking a snippet of what's going on and posting that, just so people can see, like, yo, there's a dope story here, not just a dope record. There's a dope story. You got 20 some artists that you are helping to develop, make music, do positive things. That story doesn't always have to go to CNN. It can come from us first. You know, we use social media so recklessly to promote the dumbest shit. I know I do. You know, I be up in a party
negative shit,
showing everybody that, you know, the jerk chicken to whatever. You know, we having a good time. But
hey, that's where the record came from, though. Like, it was us doing something authentic and like not doing what everybody else was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was like, man, it's a bunch of hate going on. It's a bunch of violence going on. Everybody talking about drilling. Everybody talking about stealing. Everybody talking about killing. But let's do something. Let's change the narrative. You feel me? Like, I mean, we know where we come from. We know where we cut from. But at the end of the day, let's change the narrative. Let's uplift people. You feel me? And like I said, that project, that Flood project, man, I need y'all really to check it out, because at the end of the day, from, like I said, from track 1 to 13, y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it.
That's what's up, man. Brave move too. Brave move. We're gonna slide over to Sensor Ray. Sensor Ray, any3 Music. What's popping?
Hey, what's popping, everybody? I just wanted to know, what did you make sure that was cleared?
Hey, to be honest, boy, it's not clear.
Okay, I need you. Well, I need you to go to Harry Fox Agency and clear it, because you got all that stuff. You got all the melodies, all them words in there, and as soon as you try to put some money or something behind it, it's a good song. I think you should put something behind it. Yeah, they're gonna cease and desist it. So you better make sure you license that and clear it. But I love the song. I used to play the song in the marching band in high school. So immediately when it started playing, I automatically knew you flipped it. So make sure you get it cleared. Great song though.
It's all good. We own that.
My bad, sharing the wrong thing. All right, Habal Entertainment, step on up. What you got to say? Come to the front. Come to the front. You put your phone back on mute. You put your phone back on mute. You got to unmute.
Yeah, I thought I hit the mute button. Hey, great evening, everybody. Hey, that song is dope, man. And I know you said, I just heard you say you're just going to try to, throwing it against the wall to see what sticks, man. Have you thought about getting with any of the nonprofit agencies that work with the youth to help push that, maybe even to give back to that? Because, if you could use that nonprofit to leverage the song, and you're going to give back, hey, I think that would be a real good look, because that can definitely be a theme right there. I could definitely be a theme. It's just something to think about, brother. The track is hot.
Nah, most definitely. So that's where it stemmed from. I wrote up for a grant. That's how this project even came about. I wrote up for a grant with the San Francisco Arts Commission, and it was, the grant was for me to give back to my community. But I didn't just make it about my community. I made it about all communities, in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the project came about. They granted me, a couple of thousand to put the project together because of the artist that I am and where I'm from and the name. So, that's what we did, man. Like, we shot a couple of videos off the project. I put the project out, and you know how it is when the funds get low. It's just really like stuff come to a halt. Yeah. So that's why we are here right now, trying to spread the word and spread the song.
Right on. And then whatever. So are you actually partnered with a nonprofit for this to have them get a share of distribution or whatever may happen of the track?
Yeah. So I'm working with a couple of nonprofits on this end out here. But man, we always open. We always, looking for more people, man, to reach out and help us and extend, the invite.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's all I had the question for. Thank y'all.
We appreciate
you. That's good stuff. Well, I'll ask you a lot. So the story, man, I really dig the story. So my thing is to magnify that, because it's a heartfelt thing that you're doing, and it's a brave thing that you're doing. Everybody is so happy and content with taking care of themselves. They rarely look back. People talk about it, but how people actually look back and actually say, I'm gonna do this for people and help them build confidence, do something positive, uplift their spirit with uplift others. That's like a great thing. Talk to us about Sideways, what that record's about and the concept with that one.
So basically, Sideways is, like I say, giving back and doing me, it go hand in hand. Like I'm not gonna never stop doing what I love to do. Music is, it's God first and then music second, then you feel me, family, all that fall in place. But like Sideways, the record came about, man, just being, the culture of the Bay Area, man, like right now, like you said, like Rain said, man, where you at, man? I'm sliding right now. I'm getting sideways through these cities right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting some paint where it ain't in this record. And I went and got my sis, Queen of Oakland, you feel me, Kamaya on it. And she blessed the record, that brought another dynamic to the record. And it was produced by my boy Official Dars. And I shot it to Gary and he was like, man, I love this record too, man. Like we gotta do something with these things. So, here we are again.
All right, let's play the video. We're gonna come back. We got some more talking to do. Young Lot, you already see what he's doing. Check out this joint called Sideways. Sorry about that. I actually like that one a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I like that one a lot because it's real Oakland. It's real Bay Area. It's real Bay Area. It's real Bay Area. The sound of it, the video, her vibe was dope. That's just real Bay Area culture shit, man. The dancing, the rides, that's all the way what you want to see when you go to Northern California. I don't want to see what I see in New York. I just want to see what it is. And that's fire.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That's the reaction we looking for right there.
That's my question is: are the people supporting it in the Bay? Are the streets showing love? Is California Music Channel playing that video?
Hey, like man, you feel me? We from the you from New York. We only got people like Gary, man. You feel me? That's on the ground, man. You feel me? That's working with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. This world got crazy with this music industry.
Well, there's always a way. Like you got to push, right? So we're in this. We calling it the independently major phase, and you have to be. You are independent. You're free, but you have to think like a major. So we throw a lot of concepts back and forth on this call. One of the things I always talk about the Bay Area is, for me personally, is that was the first time I went to California. I went to the Bay first. And I went there for the Gavin. And at the Gavin, it opened my eyes to a whole culture that was popping that we had never I never seen that. You might see a glimpse of something in a video, but you really didn't, because no disrespect, but guys like a Hammer, who was dope, right? He's he did a different type of video. He wouldn't really let you see that side, even
he kind of got close with Pumps in the Bump. I mean, I'm saying
he was rich. He was at a mansion. Yeah, I mean, he was done. Like, but I wish I would do another conference in the Bay. That's really what I'm getting at. Sometimes you got to bring the culture to you. Of course, you got to push in your city, but because you have such a, you have a real movement going on with the youth, the music is real. On the other side of it with the streets, it seems like something could happen. It would have to be a bit proof conference. That's the only thing. It would have to be bit proof, because niggas be coming out there getting their shit stolen, they be sick. But other than that, I
was gonna say, man, I don't know if I can clear the bip. I don't know if I can clear the.
You gotta get the OGs together on that.
No one's bigger than a bip, bro. No one's above the bip.
Hey,
nah, man.
I'm I'm sitting in the car right now, man. You feel me? Just cause, man, I ain't getting out, man. You feel me? No one bigger than the fifth, baby.
The only way to avoid the BIP is for us to shut down the whole parking garage and us to be, you know, not let no one in. That's the only way. But yeah, I feel you. But it's coming, CL. Believe me, we're gonna do a Bay Area conference, a full weekend. We got this hotel in Oakland that has like, you know, not that many, but about 80 rooms and has like a center spot. It has a spot like where everyone could fly in. It's 3 seconds away from the airport. And it's about that. It's about showing our culture, but also what's just as important is let everyone else come and fuck with our culture, because Bay Area, we fuck with everyone. We just want everyone to fuck with us. That's it.
All time.
Listen, if y'all could pull off a bit-proof weekend, y'all are legends. Y'all are legends. If you could pull off a bit-proof weekend. Yeah. But no, I think that's one of the keys, right? Because everybody loves the Bay. They love it. It's just that unless you have something going on, or if you have friends, family, something, it's not as inviting. It's a dope spot, but you got to get that pass through the conference. And once that happens, it changes everything.
Most up.
The other part that I see that's big is still like, y'all are still in the Bay. And especially with the youth movement and technology, you know, there's so much innovation going on out there, right? From established companies to new ones that they sort of need what you're doing. They sort of need that look and that connection with the youth and the cool that you provide to get that new product out there. Some of them donate money based on what they know. And I feel like that's the other side of what you can do, because you're doing good work. You're not, you're out here, you're also doing the right thing, and it's authentic. So that, tapping into that. So anyway, I'm over here on a tangent, just looking at stuff. And,
oh no, man, it's all respect. It's all love.
Yeah, man. And yo, man, tell Chewy Gomez, knock it off. Put that record in rotation. You know what I mean? We know who's out there. We got to pull up on Chewy. Chewy, stop acting funny.
Nah, Chew don't act funny. Chew good money. Chew don't act funny. He good money. He good people.
Yeah. I'm saying that as a joke. You know what I mean?
Nah, I know. You feel me? But I'm recording, so I just had to make sure I said that too. So you feel me? He know. Oh man, we talk good about our people in these rooms, man.
Shout out to Chewy. Shout out to Vaughn. Shout out to the whole Bay Area scene. If people want to get in contact with you for interviews, for drops, if they're looking to come out to the Bay to tap into what you got going on, what's the best way for them to do that?
I mean, they can always go through me if they don't want to go through Lot, but like I'm easy connect. Everyone knows me, but otherwise, tell me your Instagram. It's Young Lot with a no O though, no first O. Say it. Why?
It's YUNG LOTT_flood, or just YUNG flood. That's, you feel me? YUNG LOTT FLOOD.
Hey, let me ask you another question. We are like in the first quarter of basketball season. What's your assessment of the Golden State up to this point so far?
We doing good. I feel like we doing good. We just got to get the rotation right. Once Steve, get the rotation right on who he want to play and who he don't want to play, I feel like we'll be a good team, because shit, you don't get teams with a good starting five and then another starting five off of the bench. That's just, that's my perception of it.
Knicks are playing Golden State this week. It's going to be a big game. What's your prediction? What do you think's going on? Let's just talk.
I mean, I love New York, man. I got my family in Brownsville. I got my family in Harlem, man. But we going to whoop y'all ass. I'm just being honest.
I'm just letting you know we coming in town, baby. We ain't taking no prisoners. Nah, this is what it's about. This is what it's about, man. Shout out to Golden State. We trying to get one, you know what I mean? We trying to get one. So
shout out to the Bay too. NBA All-Star Weekend is popping out there this year, right?
Yeah, it's going down. Hey, so if you is coming, you know how they say, man, just be careful, man. Stay dangerous. Surround yourself, man, with the Bay love, man, the Bay pedestrians that you do know.
What I thought was dope is because I heard the All-Star game itself is going to be at the Chase Center, but they're using the Oracle for a lot of the other stuff going on this year.
Yeah, they're using both.
Yeah.
They're using both sides. They're using the bridge. Yeah, the Oracle's for the All-Star game and a couple other, but a lot of the events is going to happen right there in Oakland. So like that's what's beautiful for both sides. But anyone come to town, make sure you tap in with Young Lot or myself. There's a lot of great events, and let's not walk through the red tape. Let's go behind that. Just hit us.
Yeah, real talk.
And make sure you get a bit-proof rental.
Yeah. Don't leave no shit in your whips. None of y'all don't leave nothing in the car.
Nothing, man. Nothing, man. Don't leave nothing next time.
Not for nothing. That'd be a great promotion, man. A bit-proof guide. A bit-proof All-Star Weekend guide is a way to go.
Nah, facts. I'll pick you up, drop you off, VIP you in every event. You're good, bro. I'm watching your shit. All that. You don't.
Yo, that's actually genius, dog. A bit free NBA All-Star Weekend.
Hey, woo, that'll be close to heaven, baby.
Word up, man. Well, you already know, man. Young Lot, it's been a pleasure, man. Gary, you got the DJ packs and all of that good stuff, right?
I've already sent it, but I'll resend it so we can put it up on the site for sure. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for sure, man. And yo, man, thank you for pulling up. You already know it's always love. New York to the Bay, New York to LA, New York to San Diego, it's always love.
Yeah, everybody, man, salute everybody on here, man. I appreciate the love. And somebody said something in the chat, Mr. AC Penn, I think it was something, Mr. Captain or something. Nah, you don't need no pass in the Bay, man. You know, all I say is just keep your head on a swivel, man. You feel me? Long as you do you and you stay true, man, you're going to be all right.
Coming up off of Fat Joe's new album. I think Fat Joe dropping the same day as Dre and Snoop. So that should be interesting. You know what I mean? Anybody been peeping Fat Joe Talks? His talk show right there on Stars?
Yeah, I caught half of the last one, Cali, and I gotta keep the full rest of it. But I caught this.
Sigh.
I gotta see it. How's the energy? Like
I mean, Joe always brings the energy. He's had good guests. Like I said, Babyface was one of them. So I'm wondering if that's how that record came about. You know what I mean? But he's had Method Man. He's had Mary J. T.I.
Yeah,
just had Khaled on there.
He had some what was that politician or somebody?
Yeah, I forgot who that was.
Politician.
Yeah. I mean, it was around the time of the vote. He had somebody on. It wasn't like Kamala or nothing. Like it was somebody in the, whatever. But what's up, Miss Jeannie?
Yeah, I do watch Joe Talks, and I think what makes his series different is that he's a creative, and so I think that they're speaking to him like everybody feel comfortable, like, okay, he know what we've been through. He's been through the same thing, same areas. So I think that's what makes it different. Because T.I., I mean no disrespect, but I definitely saw him. Well, that wasn't a rubber band man, is what I'm trying to say. He was more mature, and he spoke more from like a business standpoint. Especially when he took us to the Trap Museum and spoke about what that, it's just different. So whereas I thought, okay, this is Fat Joe, and so it's gonna be loud and all these other things, and that's what it is, CL. I feel it feels very mature, and naturally he had Khaled, and so naturally we gonna tune in because Khaled is Jamaican, and it was just not the jumping up and down Khaled. This was very mature. So I appreciate being able to see them all from this point of view.
I agree. I mean, he's got these relationships with a lot of these people that go back, so they're able to share old stories, new stories, and for sure. But yeah, Friday nights, we'll see. Hopefully, dude gets picked back up for season 2. You know what I mean? But it's cool to see Joe's involvement, though. You know what I mean? Because like IG is when he started really going in, like with his little talk show on Instagram Live. So it was cool to see it evolve.
Season 2 is coming. I think February is when season 2 dropped.
Okay, word. It's already been picked up.
Yeah, it's funny, like you say that, Ray, that how a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? I remember when Flo Joe came out. Well, actually, before that, when Red Alert was used to play his demo, which was Flo Joe on the radio. And this is 19, well, CL, correct me if I'm wrong, 90, 91, around that time.
Yeah, 91.
You know
Maybe
what I'm saying?
91. You got a flow, Joe. You got
Right.
a flow. Yeah, that
And,
shit.
and a lot of people wasn't
93. Shout
a lot of people wasn't messing with him like that. He was underground. You know, a lot of people wasn't messing with him. Like only the real hardcore, hip hop cats maybe gravitated towards him. You know, he got with DITC, of course. You know what I'm saying, and he, you know what I'm saying, he do what he do. He got a couple of stores here. The upper NYC. See, he did a turkey thing. He got 2 in the Heights. He got 1 in the Bronx, actually near my residency. Actually, in one of the Terror Squad people restaurant right down the block from me. So Joe always be up in there. So Joe be still in the streets, and you know he shows much love. People show him love, and it's funny how he just like he had a second win in this industry, and now he up way more than before. He got the key to New York City. You know what I'm saying? And he just revamped. He remixed his whole career, and this time is winning, is working. And he got people that wasn't fans or didn't even know him back then. They know him now. They're fans of him now. They probably know him more for the TV stuff, Instagram stuff, more than his music. So a lot of people probably surprised about the music that he's delivering.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that's dope. Seeing a lot of these veterans were smart, like knowing what social media is. Some of you that, like, I tripped out even for Cube. The day of his drop of the album, he went on TikTok live, and it's like just hearing Ice Cube and TikTok don't even sound like it go in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? But he was very adamant. You know what I mean? Everybody tap into the TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, what up, Jeannie?
Yeah, if you saw, Cube was on Cam Newton's Funky Friday.
Yeah.
And again, with just, you know, the maturity, and just, it feels really good, because we can only continue to tell the youth this and all these other things, but they don't want to listen to us because they don't see our face, right? They only see, so for them to come on and well, the kids listening to them more, because that's who they is what I'm saying. But you know, especially Cam Newton continues to be under fire because his controversial takes on relationships.
Yeah.
So to see Ice Cube talk to him on and vibe with him on a certain level, it's like that's what we're supposed to be doing with the youth. It's kind of, you know, fixing them up a little bit and giving them the right information. So I definitely just appreciate that, you know, you taking your age and doing it the right way, and we get great music out of it too.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a realization these apps stuff, they're not going on, because even Q popped up on the radar. So he did his new song, and he did well, I forget, it was another one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like these you know, certain platforms, you know, it's what the youth is looking at. So, you know, I guess to be relevant, you know, or at least, and I don't even want to use the word relevant, but like to be in their faces and have the people talking about you, I guess you got to be pulling up on those. You know what I mean? So here's what it is. So I got one for you, Jeannie. I want to play this one. Peep game, y'all.
I thought we weren't doing the cookie cutter Afro beats bullshit no more. I just you know, Eric Bellinger, I love you. I don't really no.
All math, no tea.
Yeah, we need to stay right there with it, because this is just not doing it. We're not trying to hop on Afro beats wave anymore, so we just throwing anything out there and then people are supposed to accept it. This song is absolutely horrible to me because it is very, the lyrics are basic, but just again using that same old Afrobeats thing. We're not doing that anymore. So anyway.
Okay. I'd be interested. So did you go listen, because he actually dropped an entire Afrobeats album?
Oh.
The whole latest project, the entire album is Afrobeats.
Yeah. Like that line about Mango Moscato, I thought that was brilliant. And I'm going to go ahead and play that song again. I like that song. I'm sorry.
That is too funny. GDR with you. I agree, Carter. The assassin today. She's the assassin today. All mouth, no teeth, all gas, no brakes.
Hey.
All right, Eric the Architect, who is actually with Flatbush Zombies. He actually released that album a while back, did a re-release, so added a few new cuts. That one features Channel Tress out of Compton, by the way. So East Coast, West Coast coming together on a vibey record. That one is I've Never Been Here Before. The record I played before that was Lucky and Talamisha, Like That, the Atlanta-based version. Now, for Lucky, she is formerly the artist Caitlin Morrell. If you remember, we've had her on here before, so a rebrand going on for her, maybe a new sound, if you will. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's fully doing the dance EDM records or whatever, but that's her first official release as the artist Lucky. So, and then Talamisha's on that one as well. So, all right. So, Jeannie, please, let us know the Drake situation for you.
Oh, I feel like it would be more honorable if you did this before you were affected by it, because it's definitely worked for you. The way that they doing everything has worked for you. You're Drake. You know what I'm saying? At the top of the world and stuff. So I feel I would respect you more and look at it more if when all the independent artists and those trying to break into certain levels, if you had mentioned any of these things at that time. Nope, I did not read the lawsuit because I'm just disgusted. You know, and I don't think that you need to mention anybody's name. You know, that again, these are just my feelings. You know, so and again, I'm on the executive side of things, right? So if I'm constantly fighting something and you're looking at me like, oh, you're just a business person, you all about numbers, but then now you see what we're talking about, and now you want to say something. I have a problem with that. You know, that's again just my personal opinion. And if he mentioned Kendrick, I don't think you needed to do that. You know, stick to right here. That's like when you get in trouble with your mom, and so then you got to bring the rest of your siblings in a situation. And I just think that's some punk ass shit. And I don't think that he should have did it that way. I just so it's just making me feel I'm hot. And so yeah.
I mean, that's been the question. Is like, how does he come back from this? I don't think you can. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, Aubrey with his pursed lips, I'm not sure if he really even cares. I don't know that. And again, I think it's a respect thing. I don't know if I can respect my colleague anymore. Like, why weren't you helping me before? That's the issue with me. You weren't helping before, but now, you know, come on. I just really, And then for Kendrick just been chilling. And then he come, y'all get to beefing, and then public opinion says that your opponent won. And then now you're like, you know, let's look at this. Oh, he called me this. Like, where was all that at? Because there was radio silence. Unless I'm missing something. I just, you know, it's just to me, it's just not what I said. I just don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is gonna forever be a stain on him. I mean, it's a snitch tag, right? You know, I mean, like I said,
I ain't gonna even say snitch. It just looks bad. It ain't. I know everybody like to use a snitch because we in hip hop, but it looks extremely horrible. But fuck Drake. That damn Flatbush Zombies.
Yes.
Send me that shit. That makes sense that was old buddy from Flat. I ain't heard from them in a minute, man.
Yeah, so Eric the Architect actually dropped a solo project, which I want to say maybe it was like April, but he did a re-release of this one with some new joints. So, but yeah, the whole project is good though. So peep it out if you get a chance, and I'll work on getting you that record for sure. So
yeah, you got to clean. Let me get on that at least that one record there. Yeah.
All right. Is we doing Thanksgiving tomorrow? Is y'all prepping today? What's happening? Because it's weird. Thanksgiving is one of them weird holidays now that kind of seems to almost low key be fading away. But is y'all getting down? Is y'all doing anything? Like it really low key kind of really feels just like another day. I mean, trust I'll enjoy a little time off, but aside from that, like it just don't seem to be what it once was, you know.
I'm looking forward to what music is going to be dropping for the holiday. That's where I'm at with it. That's it.
Right. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Well, peep this one out. We'll keep this wave rolling for Mr. Dot himself. Nuts. What is super dope for us, Raza anyway, Mexican out here, Kendrick really champion. This is the first time we've had this big a stage where we got a look. He got two very dope Mexican rappers on here that got a super look. You talk about the mariachi singer that's featured on there as well. Like I said, never before that I can remember has there been an artist to use his project that gave a look like that. So, like I said, furthermore, a testament to just Kendrick being, and it's funny too because the narrative started quick out here in California about support your local artist the way you support Kendrick, and it's like, so the funny thing about that, especially because there's a lot of gang culture around California music, is like Kendrick has found the sauce in which he represents West Coast culture to the fullest, but it still appeals to the masses. You know what I'm saying? I go through this a lot with artists around the neighborhoods, and they're like, well, what about my shit? What about my shit? And it's like, it just sounds small and it caters to a small little section. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I try to explain this to people like, it's cool you want to cater to your neighborhood. I'll never say don't, but understand, like, outside of your neighborhood, maybe people ain't messing with it. You know what I mean? And that's why, like I said, like, Kendrick represents West Coast culture to the fullest. I mean, if you saw the video for Squabble Up, I mean, there's so many references in that video for people from California who get it, whatever. But it's just like, I mean, Kendrick the man. And like I said, gave a major look to some dope up and coming Mexican artists, man. So one love for Kendrick. Again, if you haven't got into that whole album, it's a non-skipper. You know what I mean? Real spill. What up, Miss Jeannie?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it from the needle touched up from you push play. I fully enjoyed it. The symbolism to me, which I'm not sure why he put it all in lowercase, but for me, it symbolizes that he's building it back up that he's starting from the beginning. Is just the way that I took it, and especially based on the beats that he used, some of his lyrics, that's what it kind of felt to me. So when I saw the lowercase, just like when I saw uppercase and period with damn, which for me was a mic drop. It's like the end, you at the top and, putting a period on it. So I know it probably sounded funny, and I wasn't even smoking yet today, but I think that's what the lowercase means. We have something named beat and teach, right? And so that's when you, musically speaking, when you showing them how it's done, is what I'm trying to say. So I do appreciate him keeping it independent too, because I think that is just super important for independent creators to keep going and not keep chasing these, majors, but just keep it right here. And that's what the inclusion of the local artists is what I'm referring to. But as a person who strictly listens to my music, or I'm from the Proof, from the Marshall Man, I'm from all that Jay Dilla, that's the part of hip hop I'm from, right? And so to be able to identify now with this music, Kendrick does that for me. And so I definitely listen to it, and I take my hat off to him if my hair was done. But anyway, I really enjoyed this album.
Yeah, no, and I think because it was interesting. He surprise dropped the same day as Ice Cube, so some people had something to say about that. But like, as a hip hop fan, you respect both artists, so I don't think one catered more than the other. I think the younger demo definitely probably listened more to Kendrick, but that's still to say that if you listen to Kendrick, you listen to Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Not everybody that listens to Ice Cube would maybe say they listen to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad too much wasn't made out of that. I'm glad, Cube didn't say nothing, whatever. You know what I mean? It just, but both dope albums in their own right. So, what up, Big Red? You cutting hair?
Hey, y'all already know I am, man. I just like to say that he played a lot. Let me turn my camera around real quick. He really displayed a lot of you know, the Bay and just California love through the whole track, man. He really displayed, you know, like a worldwide. When I say worldwide, because people all over really want to know what was going on, and you really got what's going on with it, man. And I like that on that song right there, man. It just, you know, really. Let's go back to what's the song that he just did the video for? What was that song? Was that
Squabble Up?
Squabble Up. So Squabble Up had everything in there, from the culture to how people show like when they lose a loved one, the candles, you know, even the Compton Christmas parade, you know, all that good stuff that you know what's going on in, you know, California. So he just basically gave you a look inside, even to the gang culture, even the lowrider culture. You know what I'm saying? The browns and the black, you know, he included everything in it. You got to see it all. You know what I'm saying? So Kendrick on this album, like I said, you listen to it, all the messages that he's giving out, he really spilled a lot. You know what I mean? And pretty much let everybody know, hey man, I'm the Black Noah. I done strangled the goat. I was like, whoa, this dude's something else. You know, lyrically. You know what I mean? So hey, I like what Kendrick got going. I like the production of it. He really did a really good job on putting out some good material, just not throwing out, you know, trash, you know. And I was just trying to figure out the picture, him on the beside the GNX and what it actually stood for. Cause there's no plates on there. And the album is not even registered. So help me clear that up, man. Help me clear that. Find out what does that mean?
What's good, Quantum?
Well, a couple things now. Yeah, because like it's a couple things now. The response, what I was gonna say, initially what I was gonna say is I like how he responds just with music. That's it. You had mentioned earlier about how it was something you said, talking about the LA artists, right? So, you know, that's one of the things that people will talk about. He doesn't put the LA artists on. That fool doesn't get online. I've said this plenty of times. He doesn't get online and give you foolish little pictures in response to everybody. You want to talk to him? Go listen to the music. And that's what I love. Like, he responds to all that shit. You mentioned Cube. And I mentioned there's a Philly connection. So, and I don't know if this is real or not, but if you remember when Cube has said that he was on stage, live on stage, and he was like, I got the best diss record. Remember that? That was just like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Questlove was talking about hip hop is dead when the beef has started, you know. So, and this is why I like the dude, man. It could be dimensions, it could be nothing, whatever. But like you said, it dropped on Cube's day. For those that don't know, that video, go and watch the Roots, The Next Movement video. Yeah. You're gonna see a very huge similarity to both of those videos. So I like the intricacies, and I try not to be one of the, I call them the K-Dot conspiracies, because anytime he drops something, everybody goes through this whole like, oh, he did it because of, and it can get a little far-fetched. But it's dope that he's in that realm to where it's a moment. And he's been there for the longest. But it's a moment when he drops. Like, people are talking. I just saw as we were on the call that Not Like Us dropped right back into the Apple Music, whatever. You know how I feel about streaming. But it's because everyone's making a moment of him again. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you got to appreciate that. And it's not even that the music is bad. Like, I'm nobody. But y'all know what I listen to on this here call. And Kendrick has always been there, at least for me, since Good Kid. Like, he's a true artist, man, true music. When people talk, he not listening. He just gonna drop the music and you can listen then and talk about it. It's like someone just dropping off a package of food and the plane just flies off. You got the food. You dealing with everybody running to the food, trying to get the food. Plane and flew off, about to drop another package off. You can't even talk to the plane. That's what I like about this shit. So I'm loving the moment, man. Oh, and the answer what's the name? That's what it was. Big Red's question about the GNX. The GNX was a turbocharged Buick that even outran a Lamborghini Countach back in the 80s.
And that's the whip in the album cover, right?
That's the GNX. I initially thought, and that's another thing, I don't know if looking at intricacies or not, I thought GNX meant Generation X.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. And it could still mean that because the title track has them young cats on there. But that's the name of that car. But that car, Kendrick had mentioned in an interview years ago that his dad brought him home after he was born in a black GNX. Forgot what year that is, but brought him home in that black GNX. And that's the reason why that's on the cover.
Okay, because I was really thinking the same thing about the Generation X, like GNX. Right. And then too, and look at the, there's no license plate on the back of the car. And people saying that this album or this work of music is not registered with his catalog when you go look up his music. So I'm like, that's kind of crazy. So is this a throwaway or is this something that's going to stick or what? So that's what I was, wondering, because even on the little small video teaser, he gets out of it, goes into and get into another car that has everything on it. So I'm trying to figure out
Well, that's why people were thinking it might be another album on the way. And so, but again, what we're talking about, this is why I respect what he do. We have not heard from him. Not once. There's no clarification. We're just left to our own devices on what the fuck is going on. And I love that. Like you can't buy that type of engagement, dog. Like we've seen nothing like that in I don't know how long, if ever, within my lifetime. Like I gotta respect it, man.
And then don't go jump on no podcast, don't jump on no dumb interviews. You know what I mean? Just like I said, let the art speak for itself. You make your own, decisions about it. You know what I mean? Like much. I mean, this is where we everything's got so lost in the sauce right around content, right? Like and I'd even put this out there, the energy, like Kendrick, he's let the content creators run crazy with the content, but he just gave us fucking great music. You know what I'm saying? And that's really like the original content of what an artist is supposed to do, supposed to be. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, man, testament to his greatest. I've got every one of his albums. It's like, and that's what I can say when I think about this shit with Drake. I haven't purchased one piece of Drake's music ever. Hilarious. Hey, Mr. Timbaland, tapping in with a talent out of India. The artist Z-Fan, if I'm saying it correctly, or Zafan, one of the two. But Timbaland giving the cosign, you know what I mean? Kind of went and looked dude up and started kind of still fresh in the game. But I guess building the name of, I guess whatever hip-hop scene is happening in India, this dude is one of the guys. So Timbaland right there.
Where did that sample come from?
What's that?
That sample came from a next song.
A next song?
That sample is from a hip hop song that was dropped.
Oh, you know which one it sound like? The other West Coast joint that kind of went Indian.
Like Cito said, that phone tap. I didn't hear that, but it was both praise. So that makes
got phone tapping it, yeah, but it's not. It's an original. Timbaland doesn't sample.
Yeah,
that's just not in his.
Well, at least not blatant sample. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
drums. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any records he's ever sampled, but hey, maybe he puts it in there. But yeah, I think that's an original.
That's not Nelly Furtado.
No,
I think I take the Truth Hurts one away from that, especially when Timbaland give us some cosign to hip hop Indian artists, and we talking Red Dot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's the cooking going over there? See.
It's moving and grooving. I got to get off in a second, but this is one of them. Whew, I tell you, man, Thanksgiving, it's a big party. It's a big cooking party for like 20 minutes of eating and shit. So
yeah.
Tomorrow,
whole lot of prep to just get down. 10 minutes, you just devour the plate.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's better the next day myself.
Yeah, no, I'm always the leftovers guy. You know what I mean?
That's me too. That's me too. Yeah, we're like we got like oxtails and turkey and what else? We're making ackee. We're doing some Jamaican dishes, but it's a good time. It's family, you know. So shout out to everybody that's getting it in the kitchen, doing what they doing. I'm about to go and finish helping who I gotta help.
Yeah. Well, let's play this last one and then we'll get up out of here. I know everybody about to get into mode. So new Buster.
Come on. Come on. Hey, let me in. Please put your hands up in the air. Stretch them shits high. Touch the ceiling. Now, please unleash me. I'm trying to go get 'em. So please unleash me. I'm trying to go get 'em. My poison kills slow when I'm spitting the most venom. I'm boisterous, bitch. You see, now I'm gonna kill 'em. Unfortunate for you and your clowns and those with 'em. It's already been sanctioned on how I'm gonna hit 'em and how I'm gonna whip 'em. Dethrone the motherfucker, bust his head until it's swell and the crown just won't fit 'em. And treat niggas like I kill cows to go skin 'em. Another dead horse, send a guard to go and kick 'em. No matter who you with, you be dying alone, victim. The sending of a bitch with a knife to go and slick 'em. This family gon' miss 'em. To send the same bitch to the wake, just to lean in the casket and go and kiss 'em. And bunch y'all up like fruits in a basket in the interim. This be the type of shit you should bang in the mean system. Painful, ain't it? So painful, ain't it? That sound of a nigga squealing like a wounded dog after catching a hot one. Please unleash me, I'm trying to go get 'em. So please unleash me, I'm trying to go get 'em. And if ain't nothing broke, why you trying to go fix 'em? And dropping up a classic, stop trying to remix 'em. And when I call eternal bleeding, I'm starting to see symptoms. This bus rhymes a ruler like living in 3 kingdoms. We move in the mountains, yeah, we shift them. Until you feel pain like we pulling out 3 wisdoms. Shorten their breath until we making them cough. And then we pissing them off like evictions. We got you niggas sitting up under a tree wishing that I continue giving you drugs like prescriptions. And I hope you're aware of restrictions. Got a fortune teller next to the best with predictions. And if I got niggas needing them physicians, I'm gonna talk about me trust, ain't no need for descriptions. Enough said. I said enough said. You know when your shit's so hot it's smoking till niggas wanna call you Smoking Joe Frazier. Please unleash me, I'm trying to go get 'em. So please unleash me, I'm trying to go get 'em.
All right, Mr. Buster Bust. Coming with that Buster that we know. You know what I'm saying? It's weird though, you know what I mean? Like I said, some of these records, you wonder where they land or where they end up getting played. You know what I mean? Like those are dope records. I love it. I'm gonna play it. Like, but I don't know if that's getting played by a DJ anywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
that sounds like an album cut, man. Like
that's what I was just about to say. That you know, I don't want to say album filler, but it definitely feel like
like
you could hear it. You could hear it on an album.
Yeah, like that'd be the beginning of an album or something.
Yeah. What's up, Jeannie? I like Jeannie got a lot to say today.
Again, Drake. It's the Drizzy effect.
Yeah.
No. So, and just to go back to this, because so the song "Addictive" by Truth Hurts is where you sample it from, right?
Well, the drums are the same.
The drum sample. No, because who just said that Timbaland don't sample nobody? Because that's the production.
Yeah, but you can use like depending on the type of equipment he's using, it can be different drum samples in there. I mean, that happens. When they say Timbaland doesn't sample, it's more like he doesn't sample actual like records. but sounds get used all the time though.
All right, so here's the thing. So Quick actually produced the record, right? But the sample came from the classic record, Do It Till You're Satisfied.
Right, exactly.
Drum pattern,
Yeah.
That's where the drum pattern came from.
Yeah.
That's all. Because I know I hear this thing. And the first thing I thought about was the addictive. So Dre, who's used to sampling from the oldies, bring it to addictive.
But Dre didn't produce the record.
DJ Quick did.
DJ Quick produced the record, but he sampled the drum pattern from the old school record, Do It Till You're Satisfied.
Do it till you're satisfied. I know you heard that.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
That's where it came
it.
from. That's where it
That's
came
it. So you know you can also replay it, you know what I'm saying, yourself. And that's what Timberland probably did. You know, you can replay the sound yourself without, you know what I'm saying, getting into too much trouble if you remake it.
Based on response from that Quick Raven play, y'all are old as month. No, I'm just joking. It's all good. Everybody got all excited and whatnot. Oh, man.
Everybody want to start singing it. Everybody want to start
that
singing
was it right there, right?
Listen, here comes Quanah to pull this phone back out.
No, wait. First of all, I DJ for the Sugar Hill. First of all, I DJ for the Sugar Hill Gang and Furious 5. So I'm a big family where you ain't leave with just a plate. You left with a pan. They cooked every damn thing.
Somebody, who took all the macaroni and cheese?
Yo, I'm the oldest of my family, so my mother would make sure when I drove to New York to visit and came for Thanksgiving, she made it known. She tell everybody, hey, stop what y'all doing. Don't nobody touch the pans at the bottom of the fridge. They going back to Atlanta with Corey. I'm like, yo, you bought me 2 pans and 2 sweet potato pies. So I'm like, yo, you crazy. But I'll take them home with me.
Hell yeah.
A long way from home.
Well, as we wrap up, everybody be thankful. Thankful for everybody here on the call. One more time, man. Rest in peace to the homie legend.
Big facts.
Sad news, man. Passing right before this. So, you know, whatever your blessings are, be grateful for them. You already know what it is.
Big facts.
Tomorrow never promised. Shit, this afternoon never promised, yo. So, you know what I mean? Much love to everybody. Hope you get to spend some time with family and friends. Get to chill out.
And that's just the nose in the background. You cranking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I got it from y'all. That's the reason I'm like, man, I just played that show last week.
Yeah. That is dope outro music. You know, we always come out with a dope outro joint. But much love to everybody.
Peace
Be
out.
safe this weekend. Everybody DJ, break some records. We still got time if you want to submit a video again for your top album or record of the year. We got a few submittals already. So we'll probably run it extended into like next Wednesday. So if you can get that video in and get 30 seconds to a minute album or record you was feeling, you was vibing to, we want to put a big compilation together. Drop on the socials, whatever. So you still got time. Get it in. One more time, love to the homie CL. As always, 25 years, Digiwaxx. You already know. Love to all the great relationships we built on this thing, man. And one more time, salute the legend. What up, Big Red?
Hey, I just want to do. We got time for just one more song? Oh, we at the wrap.
I think it's a wrap. I think C got to go. I got to go. So, but
Oh,
either way.
hey, no problem, baby, no problem.
Yeah.
Much love to everybody on the call, man. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving, man.
Indeed, everybody. Much love.
Recording stopped.